every chance he gets. What have you made of him?
The drug cheat.
Is that a fight you'd entertain?
Than fighting for her. All that goes out the window when I'm coming to take your head off. There's nothing you could do to beat me. I'm built different. I want this more than you. I've worked hard.
Helps with endurance.
Yeah, endurance enhancer. It's very disappointing. And you know, look,
Jake Paul loses temper after Anthony Joshua exposes his steroids use. Jake Paul asks if he's being called a drug cheat and gets visibly angry. He insists he's not on drugs and says he won't let Joshua get away with it, but Joshua stays calm, saying this is his work to do in the ring.
Are you on performance-enhancing drugs?
If taking Viagra counts, then yes.
I'm gonna need a yes or a no.
No.
Anthony Joshua makes it clear that if Jake Paul is on drugs, he should face a ban. He stays composed and focused, stressing that it's not his job to decide. Joshua says his work is to prove himself in the ring while ensuring the fight is fair and honest.
If you're on drugs, you get banned. Simple as that. Yeah? And then number two, it's not for me to make that decision now. I'm not part of the committee. But I just do believe in a fair fight. Do you know?
Robert Garcia, Anthony Joshua's former trainer, praises Joshua's hard work and clean career while indirectly trolling Jake Paul. Garcia shows how Joshua earned everything through discipline and training, proving himself in the ring, unlike Paul, who relies on controversy and alleged shortcuts like steroids to boost performance. Joshua's dedication speaks for itself.
He's earned his position where he's at. He's, you know, started boxing, and even though a lot of people don't call him a boxer, I think he's done the right thing. He's built himself little by little.
Liam Goff seems suspicious of Jake Paul as he notices the sudden muscle gain and questions if it is natural. This moment highlights the difference between Anthony Joshua's clean, disciplined training and Paul's alleged reliance on performance-enhancing drugs. Joshua's work ethic and dedication make him far superior in preparation.
Now some of you may be thinking, oh, for what? You know, he has put a lot of weight on, and it's not fat weight, a lot of muscle, you know, big shoulders, chest looks bigger, you know. There was that video he did of him eating a raw fish. I mean, man really wants to get dysentery, doesn't he? But you're thinking, okay, is it something to do with that, putting on all that weight? And, you know, is it maybe that, you know, he needs stamina for later on in the fight? Because he did fight very aggressively, uncharacteristically aggressively in that Fabio Wardley fight. Joseph Parker can be aggressive when he wants to, but when he's in there with a world level operator, very seldom is he that aggressive.
Dave Coldwell reacts strongly to the possibility of Jake Paul using banned substances, calling it shocking and wrong. The boxing world respects fighters like Anthony Joshua who achieve greatness with hard work and integrity. Paul's alleged cheating only emphasizes Joshua's professionalism and dominance in the sport.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's someone that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Johnny Nelson voices disappointment at Jake Paul's steroid scandal, showing how the boxing world takes cheating seriously. Anthony Joshua's clean career stands in stark contrast, highlighting the discipline and skill required to be a legitimate champion. Joshua's preparation and focus put him far ahead of Paul.
It don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, it might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news.
Adam Catterall underlines the shock of Jake Paul failing a voluntary anti-doping test, making it clear the situation is serious. Anthony Joshua's clean record and focus on fair play highlight his professionalism. Paul's controversy only makes Joshua's disciplined approach and skill in the ring even more impressive.
With it being him connected to this, it's even more shocking. You just highlighted there, this is the noises that this is a voluntary anti-doping test that was taken.
Wally Downs expresses frustration that Jake Paul's steroid controversy overshadows boxing. Anthony Joshua's dedication, skill, and clean record are exactly what the sport celebrates. This scandal contrasts Joshua's professionalism with Paul's alleged shortcuts, showing fans why Joshua deserves respect and admiration.
And the only reason I really am happy to talk to you about it, not like no one cares what I fucking say anyway, Eamon, but people don't want to interview me when I do a nice piece about somebody's background or when I interview a journeyman like Lewis Van Potts or anything. So, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame that this story has got so much attention because it's...
Duke McKenzie makes it crystal clear that cheating in boxing is unforgivable. Anthony Joshua has built his career on discipline, hard work, and honesty. The contrast with Jake Paul's alleged use of banned substances highlights how dangerous and reckless cheating can be. Joshua's commitment to clean, fair fights ensures his legacy remains untarnished, while Paul faces scrutiny and criticism. Every fighter stepping into the ring must respect the sport, and their opponent and Anthony Joshua has proven time and again that skill and preparation beat shortcuts and controversy.
If it was me, take his license away. You know, because you cannot cheat in the sport of boxing. Not if you're going to put on a pair of gloves and get inside that square circle and physically fight somebody, and potentially you could easily lose your life, then to take anything which will give you enhance your performance, it's just wrong.
John Fury points out the serious risks involved if Jake Paul is using banned substances and why boxing authorities need to act decisively. Anthony Joshua's clean approach and dedication to fair play highlight his professionalism and set him apart from anyone cutting corners. The focus should be on athletes like Joshua who maintain discipline and integrity. Paul's controversy not only threatens his reputation, but also underscores why fans respect fighters who rely on skill and hard work rather than shortcuts. Boxing is dangerous enough without adding cheating into the mix, and Joshua exemplifies proper preparation and honesty.
Ban the fucker. Ban him. Because it's a dangerous sport. Whatever they do and whatever they don't. But I'm having no opinion on it at all. You know, a man's innocent till proven guilty.
Adeola Depot reacts with confusion and concern over Jake Paul's alleged use of substances and possible masking agents. This highlights the murky side of cheating in modern boxing. Anthony Joshua's career, built on clean, disciplined training, shines in contrast to Paul's controversies. Fans respect Joshua not only for his power and skill, but for his commitment to fair competition. Every fighter entering the ring must prove themselves with ability and preparation, and Joshua's record demonstrates he does exactly that. Paul's situation serves as a reminder why integrity and honest preparation are priceless in the sport.
That's kind of easier to digest. This is weird. Like, I don't know if cocaine, I honestly, I don't know if cocaine is now used as a masking agent for a performance-enhancing drug.
Derek Chisora breaks down Jake Paul's extreme measures to avoid penalties, showing how much effort goes into manipulating situations rather than relying on skill alone. Anthony Joshua's work ethic and honesty stand out, proving that dedication and fair play are far more powerful than shortcuts or evasion. Joshua's ability to train, maintain discipline, and execute in the ring without controversy contrasts sharply with Paul's alleged attempts to skirt rules. Every fan can see the difference between a professional champion and someone caught up in scandal. Joshua remains the benchmark of clean, effective, and dangerous boxing.
Your shoelaces, but I can get you down. So even though he got down to it, you saw the effect of it there. It looked like a man walking in slow motion in quicksand. Conor was all over him. Well deserved to the end. Chris had nothing to give.
Anthony Joshua shows why he is a true champion, focusing entirely on preparation and hard work rather than distractions or hype. While Jake Paul faces scrutiny for alleged steroid use, Joshua quietly perfects his craft. His dedication, discipline, and focus on execution over publicity proves he respects the sport and the opponent. Joshua's ability to stay disciplined under pressure contrasts with Paul's controversies, showing fans what professionalism in boxing really looks like. Every moment in the ring will reflect Joshua's preparation and integrity, making him a formidable force for anyone stepping in against him.
I've got to put the work in. I'm not here to announce myself to the public. I've got to come in under the radar, do the promotional agreements that I've signed up to do, nothing more, nothing less, and get the job done. That's what we're here to do.
Frank Warren points out that accountability in boxing is essential, and anyone caught cheating must face consequences. Anthony Joshua's clean career and disciplined approach show what it takes to build respect and a legacy in the sport. Fans admire Joshua because he earns everything through hard work, training, and skill without shortcuts or banned substances. Jake Paul's controversies serve as a reminder that integrity matters. In contrast, Joshua's focus, discipline, and commitment to fair play make him not only a dangerous fighter in the ring, but also a role model outside it. Boxing demands honesty and courage, qualities Joshua embodies.
That I can see where they're coming from, but the fact of the matter is, it's like if you go to prison, you're found guilty of a crime, you go to prison, you serve your sentence, and the slate gets wiped.
Don Charles highlights the unforgiving nature of boxing and the absolute wrongness of using drugs. Anthony Joshua represents everything boxing fans respect. He competes clean, trains hard, and relies on skill rather than shortcuts. Jake Paul's alleged steroid use shows how dangerous cheating can be, both physically and morally. Joshua's integrity and preparation separate him from anyone taking the easy route. The sport demands respect for opponents and fair competition. Joshua has built a reputation on discipline and commitment, demonstrating that hard work and dedication always outshine controversy or deceit in the ring. Fans know Joshua embodies true professionalism.
Taking drugs, I mean, this is very unforgiving. You can't, I'm sorry. Provided he's been found, it's 100% that those substances were found in his system, it's unforgiving. And you know what, I blame the governing bodies because I don't believe that they imposing heavy enough fine.
Tony Bellew expresses concern that controversies like Jake Paul's alleged drug use make boxing seem chaotic and sensationalized. Anthony Joshua provides stability and professionalism, showing the sport at its highest level. Joshua's preparation, discipline, and focus contrast sharply with the circus-like distractions surrounding Paul. Fans can see that Joshua's clean, hard-earned skill makes him a true champion. Every punch he throws reflects his integrity and mastery, reminding the world why he is respected. While Jake Paul faces scrutiny and doubts, Joshua proves that commitment, focus, and fair competition define boxing. His performance embodies everything the sport should represent.
It's frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
Eddie Hearn warns that Jake Paul is in serious trouble because Anthony Joshua's skill, power, and experience make him a lethal opponent. Joshua has faced world-class fighters and remains dominant, disciplined, and focused on his craft. Paul is stepping into a ring with a champion who respects the sport and fights cleanly. Joshua's preparation, strength, and technical ability make him a dangerous challenge for anyone, and Hearn emphasizes the seriousness of facing a fighter of Joshua's caliber. Fans watching know that shortcuts or controversy won't save Paul. Joshua's dedication and skill will dominate the ring if Paul underestimates him.
But I said to Jake Paul, you ain't in a box, mate, and this ain't David Blaine. I said, so just be careful, because AJ will take your head clean off your shoulders, and it's you know, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you take on that responsibility, and we all have to, so we got to think about that. But this is Anthony fighting a top 50 cruiserweight in the world. It's not something that we would normally do.
Yeah.
The upcoming clash between Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul is about more than just a fight. It is a battle of skill, discipline, and legacy. Anthony Joshua enters the ring with years of experience, Olympic gold, and multiple world titles, proving time and again that his power, technique, and ring intelligence make him a true heavyweight. Jake Paul may have controversy, confidence, and ambition, but he lacks the experience and proven ability to handle a fighter of Joshua's caliber. If Joshua wins, he solidifies his reputation as one of the greatest heavyweights of his generation and shows the world that hard work and clean preparation triumph over shortcuts and controversy. If Jake Paul somehow shocks the world, it would be a monumental upset, but Joshua's mental strength, focus, and dedication make him the favorite. Are you backing Anthony Joshua, or is Jake Paul pulling the upset? Drop your thoughts below.